In the event of a water damage emergency, call PuroClean of Cenla.
Hey, good morning, everybody. A little late here. Basically, what happens is every couple of weeks, I am supposed to restart my hub computer, and I didn't. There goes a boat. How you doing? So I didn't restart that. I tend to forget things. And so it just delayed my model data. I had to reboot it, and then everything had to come in, and it is here now. But what we can see now that we've waited, or a little later in the day here, we have thunderstorms popping out there. These boats are running from that, I think, right along the boat road. Again, I am now very familiar with the area, as I have been there once. But so this little cell here, it's not much, but things are just starting to pop up, and we've reached that temperature where convection or thunderstorms, they are going to be popping. Man, we got the boats just rolling through there. I had already clicked the button, though, so yeah, that boat is getting it. All right, so we have some clouds here in town, but I don't see any visible thunderstorms. Let's take a look at what we have going on radar, and this is going to actually show us, let's see, we're good to go here. Yeah, see, there's that little glitch there. So that data had stopped, and then we restarted it. So thunderstorms starting to pop here. In fact, what I'll do is show you the closer in mode here, and this is going to show us just our local radars. And so we actually have a special weather statement on this one that goes until 10:45 for parts of Allen Parish. And yeah, these thunderstorms, they're going to have some lightning, they're going to have some gusty winds, and you can see that all popping up there. You get out of here. But storms out there towards Sam Rayburn, moving into Lake Charles, these are going to surge to the northeast, and we will get some scattered storms. About a 70% coverage today. So not everyone's going to get the rainfall, but I do think we're going to see plenty of it. In fact, we still have a flash flood watch or an aerial flood watch here for St. Landry Parish and Point South. So all along I-10 from Beaumont through Lafayette, there is that risk for a little bit of flooding out there if we get some storms to kind of slow down over the same location. For the last 7 days, you know how I'll say like 1 to 3 inches with isolated higher totals above 5 inches? That's what it looks like. So we've kind of fallen right in line with that. Now down south, you see Lafayette at 5 inches. Below that, anywhere in the purple, that's where we're getting above like 6 to 10 inches on these radar estimates. These are estimates, not official readings here. But we've seen plenty of rain, and I think we will see plenty more over the next week, though it's going to be a lot less concentrated than it has been. More of a summertime pattern. Mid to upper 80s across the southern half, low to mid 80s across the northern half. It's humid. We've reached that temperature where the clouds are going to grow on their own, and we are going to get some storms to pop. So wind gusts today, 10 to 15 outside of storms. You can see we pop up to 39 there, that little cluster moving through. Should it happen, would bring some gusty winds and possibly an isolated severe report. We're not even in that marginal risk for today, but I wouldn't be surprised, as usual, to see a severe storm out of a setup like this. So 87 at 11, then temperatures just kind of come down here as the storms create more cloud cover, and that is going to give us yeah, the lake is always windy. That's going to give us, it's going to make temperatures go down. Now, over the next few hours, we're going to see those storms move up from the southwest to the northeast. This model loves 3 p.m. for Alexandria for some storms to pop up overhead. Maybe we get some more stuff this evening. We'll have to watch that. But then after the sun does go down, I think everything is going to dissipate and move out of the area. So we will pretty much see that threat for isolated storms continuing through the day today. But when the sun does go down, I think chances do improve. So we actually had a slight risk for flash flooding earlier. Now we have a marginal statewide, and for tomorrow, let's see if they change that. They did. They actually pulled that north. So the marginal risk for flash flooding tomorrow up along I-20, that's where the higher density of rainfall will be, or the heavier showers will be. And the severe outlook, again, nothing showing up here. We're not even in a marginal risk with this thing, but I do think, again, we have a non-zero chance for some isolated damaging wind out of storms like this. Now, we're seeing about 1 to 3 inches of rain still in the forecast perpetually for the next 7 days. It just seems like we cannot shake this. I do think we'll see some heavier totals out of this, especially down along I-10, and again, tomorrow possibly up along I-20, going to see a little concentration of heavier rainfall. So, through the weekend, it's not a washout. Don't cancel everything, but be ready to act if we see those storms popping up. You'll see the skies getting dark. You can check the cameras on the app or the website, and if you want to get a better look out west, I've got them all kind of facing the right direction. But scattered storms here for the next week. Rain chances slowly fade toward the end of next week, and what I think happens then is we get into more of a summertime pattern here with temperatures in the low to mid-90s each day and probably some scattered storms each day, though I don't think we're going to see anything terribly widespread. So nothing organized surprised. Yes, there's some chatter about something possibly developing down in the southern Bay of Campeche, but if we see a tropical system down there, given the pattern we have right now, it's just going to slide right into Mexico. So, of course, we'll keep an eye on things, but I do not expect any sort of tropical trouble here as we round out the month of June. Let's see, you've gotten a lot of rain, or you've not gotten much rain at all in Hawthorne. 3 miles north, gotta happen. Yeah, that's how this kind of stuff goes. It's weird. Over the week, typically it kind of evens out a little bit, but there are a couple of holes in there where you're not going to see nearly as much rainfall. But I am going to get out of here now. I think I'm done for the day. I'll be watching the radar. I got some shirts to print as usual, so I'll be hanging around here. And if I have to jump on and say hi, I will do it. But for now, I'll say goodbye. Have a great Saturday.